Welcome to the revision of Bachelor of IT Computer Systems IT 1205. Today we are going to discuss about Boolean algebra and digital logic. So let's consider the rundown. Today we are going to talk about Boolean functions, truth tables and Karnaugh maps. So today we are going to do this revision by using past question papers. Since you have already know the theories from the classroom, we are going to discuss 5 questions today, and by the way, while doing the questions you will understand the theories as well. So this is from 2014 question paper, question number 13. So output of the Boolean function f represent for the function x, y, z, which means this is a function including x, y and z. So you can see this is the notation x y bar plus z x bar plus y z bar. So the question is asking for the function should be 0 and what could be the x, y and z values which gives you 0. As you can see, this is a sum of products, which means you can see this is a product, this is a product and this is a product and this is a sum. If you want this function in 0, you should make sure that each component or the each part is 0. So each part should be 0. So what you can do is you can simply substitute these numbers ones and zeros here and there and find out whether you can have the 0 here. But I am going to tell you another quick way to understand this situation. In this function you can see there is a y bar here, x bar here, z bar here, or the x, y and z here. As you know, in a product, if one of these two is 0, you will get a 0. If one of these two is 0, you will get 0. So based on that technique, you can see if you can find out x0, z0 and y0, which means you will definitely get 0, 0, 0. But you can see in the answers you cannot find that option x0, y0 and z0, you cannot have that one. Again you can see y bar, x bar and z bar here, which means bar means the inverse of the digit. So if we can have x equal 1, y equal 1 and z equal 1, then y bar will be 0, x bar will be 0, z bar will be 0, which means you will end up with 0, 0, 0. So actually you can see this option is available, x equal 1, y equal 1 and z equals 1, which means all the bar becomes zeros. Since these are products, you can come up with 3 zeros, which means the function will be 0. So the correct answer is C. So this is 2015 question number 13. Consider the following Boolean function. Which of the following Boolean function provides a simplified form of the given Boolean function? So as you know, you have to use Boolean algebra as well as laws of Boolean algebra to do the simplification. So let's see how to do that. Okay, now you can see our function is there f xy, which is x plus y bar into x y bar. So what we can do is, as you know, there is a product here, so we can simply put 2 bars and find out what we can do. So let's consider this one. We put 2 bars here. As you know, in the De Morgan's theory, you can simply make it products into sums. So we do the same thing, 1 bar will be remaining and again we can divide this into 2 separate sums. and you can see the double bar here, you can see the double bar here, which means it will get eliminated. There is no point of using double bars because one bar inverted by the other bar. So you will end up with x plus y plus xy with a bar notation. So here you can see there is a simple technique that we can use. We can simply consider this as 1 plus x. So 1 plus x in the Boolean algebra, you know 1 plus anything equals to 1. So using this technique we can see this is again 1, so we do not want to use it as 1, but still we have the bar. Again we can use the De Morgan's theorem and we will end up with x dot y with 2 bars, So as you can see in our question, the answer is option E. So you can see that in the question this particular answer will be displayed in option E. Okay, this is 2014 question number 16. Consider the following Boolean function. Function is here, and which of the Boolean functions provide a simplified expression of f. What we have to do is we have to simplify this equation. So here you can see we can multiply this with these two, then we get 2 parts. We can multiply q bar with these two, then we get 2 parts, and we can multiply r bar with other two, then we again get 2 parts. And here you can see now we have 6 separate options or 6 separate parts. So what we can do is, now I can see clearly there is no point having a p dot p, this is a product, because a into a equals a. Instead of that we can simply say p plus p q r, q bar r plus p q bar plus p r bar. Look here what I did, I take this part here and then no point of having 2 q bars, this is q bar r, and here you can see r into r bar. R into r bar, so here there is a Boolean law which is a into a bar equals 0, Since we have r into r bar, this part becomes 0, which means the entire part is 0. So let's see, I can see for these 4 elements there is a common factor which is p. So I take it out, 1 plus q bar r plus q bar plus r bar plus q bar r. And again there is another law says 1 plus a equals 1. If you sum with 1 the anything, it will become 1. So here you can see 1 is here plus 3 sections, but we do not want to consider that because 1 plus anything equals to 1, which means the entire part become 1. P into 1 is p plus q bar r. So here you can see this particular answer in your answer sheet in the question paper. So let's see what is the option, that is option E consists this answer. Let's go to the another question. This is 2015 question number 14. Consider the following Boolean function. So function is there. Which of the following Boolean functions provide the simplified form of f? Let's write down the function first. Okay. Now you can see the function is here. Let's consider this one. there is a Boolean law A plus A bar equals 1. So here this part is 1. Again there is a Boolean law that A into 1 equals A, which means if you product one with another, it will become the same thing, which means if we have 1 here, we do not bother about that part, because 1 into these two gives you this part as it is. So we take it here, and we will multiply x bar, this and this, and this and this, x bar y, and this x bar y bar, and this y bar y. And you can see there is no point of having 2 x bars, it is x bar, because there is another law A into A equals A, and here x bar y, and here x bar y bar, and this is A into A bar equals 0. So this is 0. So you do not want to consider about this 0. And here if we take this section x bar, if we take out x bar, we will end up with y plus y bar. So again A plus A bar equals 1, which means x bar into x bar, y plus y bar means 1. So A into 1 is A, x bar into 1 is x bar. And again x bar plus x bar, there is another equation, A plus A equals A, which means this becomes x bar. So this is the answer. In the question paper you will get the answer in the option A. Okay, let's consider the next question, 2015 question number 18. Consider the following Boolean functions. Which of the following Boolean functions provides a simplified Boolean function to the above Boolean function? So simply you can say all the answers which are given are sum of products, but our function is a product of sums. So you can see that clearly it implies that we have to convert this product of sum to a sum of products. So first write down the function here. This is the equation we have. As we know, this is a product of sums, so we have to POS, we have to convert to a SOP. So what we do is we put 2 bars to the whole expression, two bars here. So as you can see, then we apply the De Morgan's theorem. De Morgan's theorem, it is easy that if we apply this, De Morgan theory says it will be like this. So at the same time if you add this, and it will be like this. So the De Morgan's theorem. So we applied it here to these two sections. We divided this bar into 2 by converting this product into a sum. But 1 bar will be remain until the end. So we will see what will happen. So there are 2 bars, no point of having 2 bars here. So we will end up with this, and there is again 2 bars, no point of having it. So we will end up here. There is a 1 bar. As you can see now, the all has become sums, not products. So simply we can rearranging the terms. So B bar plus B, C bar plus C, and 1 bar will be remain. There is another algebraic law that you know, that A bar plus A equals 1. So this will gives you 1, this will gives you 1, this will gives you 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1, and you know 1 plus anything become 1, 1 bar means 0, 1 bar means 0. So this function will give you the 0. So you can see theory is, and the answer is 0. Okay, now we have seen how we are simplify some Boolean functions. Let's consider some different kind of question that you will get in your question paper. This is 2014 question number 14. So consider the following truth table, and each of the following expressions are represented by Boolean function f a b c. So in here simply you can see, before jump into any prior notices or the prior knowledge, just try to figure out what are the options that you are given. See, A, B, C, D and E, everything it has A's and B's, which means in the end results the C signal or the C line doesn't matter. Whatever the signal you get from C, it doesn't affect to the final equation, which means simply you can ignore the C line. Then now look what we left, A, B and the function. Then you can see these two lines are identical. They are identical, 1 1 0 1 1 0, and again these two lines are identical, 1 0 1 1 0 1. These two lines are identical, 0 1 0 0 1 0. These are identical, 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 and 0 0 1. So we can come up with a simplified version of this truth table, 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1. Here you can straight away find out the answer, which is you can simply look at the truth table and identify, okay, B signal is 1 0 1 0 and your function is 0 1 0 1, which means you get the bar part of the B as the function. So you can simply select the answer as the C, B bar. So it is true that we get B bar. But look at the question, which of the following expressions, so it might be these other options also giving the same results. There is a possibility. So you, to get the correct answer, you have to identify whether they are giving it or not. You can simply say this is not A bar, you can cut off the option D. Since this is B bar, it is not B, you can simply cut off B. But you have to evaluate A option and B option. Now let's see that. As you know, the SOP or the sum of product has one term for each one and product of sum has one term for each 0. Here as we see, this is SOP expressions. Let's consider what is the correct SOP expression of these two sections. So we can see 1 is here, 0 is here and F is here. So it should be A, B bar, A, this 0 should be 1. So A, B bar should be the one line and A bar, B bar should be the other line. Only we consider ones because SOP has one term for each one. So this one it should be A, B bar. For this one it should be A bar, B bar. A, B bar is here, but A bar, B bar is not here. You can cut off this thing. A bar, B bar is here, but A, B bar is not here. So you can cut off this again, which means we will end up with the final answer, which is B bar. And now we are considering the last part of this revision, which is Karnaugh maps. So this is the Karnaugh map. I advise you to consider this map with this notation. Before you do anything, it is better if you have a Karnaugh map in the question. First simply write this down, A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B, A, B bar, because normally when we have zeros we convert into ones in our mind. So likewise you can have this thing. Okay, consider the following Carnap map. This is 2014 question number 17. What is the most compact Boolean function that represents the above Carnap map? You have to come up with the most compact Boolean function. As you know, in the classroom you have done these exercises many times. You have to group all ones because all the answers are sum of products or SOPs. Therefore, we have to group ones, not zeros but ones. So, let us consider the first group. So, this is the first group that you can see, and for this group you have to have the common factors. A bar and A both related to this group, B bar and B both related to this group. But look at here, for this group C bar and D bar is common, and the second one you can see there is another couple, or there is another group you can see here. Look at here, D bar and D is related with this group, therefore we cannot have any D's. C bar is common here, A bar is common here, B bar is common here. So, A bar, B bar and C bar here. So, then the other group, same theory applies. A, B bar is common and C bar is common. Then look at this one and this one. You can have no two groups or four groups here. But be careful, this is very tricky part. Always examiners try to examine this knowledge. If you have one force in corners, you can group it like this. You can group it like this. So, here what are the common factors? Consider this line and this line. A bar and A is here, which means A is not common thing, but B bar is common in these two lines. So, we can simply take B bar, and this line and this line, D bar is common, but C bar and C here, so it is not common. So, D bar and B bar we can take. So, these are the four groups that we identified, and you can simply see the answer here. Let us do another one and you will understand better. So, this is the 2015 question number 16. First of all, you may write down this thing, it will help you. So, which is the function, most simplified function they are asking. So, let us group it. So, again we have to group ones because all the answers are given are SOPs. So, again we can see the same thing and we can come up with the same notation or the same letters, and here this is quite impressive. So, you can see there is two ones. You tend to group only these two, but unfortunately it is not the most simplified one because you can group it with above 2. So, it make 4 ones group, not only 2 ones, you can make 4 ones. So, therefore, here you can see A bar is common, B bar and B is here not common, and you can see D bar is common, C is not common. So, A bar and D bar here, and again 4 ones in the corners, and again you can come up with the answer B bar and D bar. So, simply you can get the answer in the option A. It is the end of the Carnap map as well as Boolean algebra. Hope you understand the lesson, and I wish you well in your examination papers. Thank you.